Hey, Adeline, just a sec. What's this about you showing up at my husband's family home without a gift? As a daughter-in-law, you should at least bring some confectionery gifts. It's not confectionery, but I did give you a gift, right? Last time, my mother-in-law, Isla, praised my homemade sweets, you know. Since it was well received, I made a bunch of it and brought it. Huh? We threw those cheap-looking sweets away immediately. What? You threw them away? There's no way our family would eat such a poor-looking thing. Our parents run a company and we're quite wealthy around here. I've only eaten high-end sweets since I was little, you know. It may not be up to the standard of high-end sweets, but it's cruel to throw away the sweets I made with so much effort, Gianna. The basic principle is to put trash in the trash bin. Such nerve. This is why I have trouble with country bumpkin daughter-in-laws. You're ignorant. It's common sense to bring high-end sweets as a gift when visiting your husband's family home. If you understand, don't bring any more trash. Hey, Lincoln. Was it wrong to bring homemade sweets as a gift? Gianna called them cheap and threw them away.
That's what I told you, didn't I? Stop with the homemade sweets and buy something proper. Indeed, Mom praised your sweets, but it might have been just a polite compliment. When visiting your family home, it's basic to buy some sweets.
But I didn't have enough money to buy sweets. Even so, I thought it would be bad to go empty-handed, so I worked hard to make them.
Huh? You don't even have the money to buy sweets?
I told you before. Our living expenses are barely covered. Hey, Lincoln, is the company going to be okay soon?
Huh? If it could be fixed, it would have been fixed by now. But I'm trying to turn it around because I can't. Working hard to protect the company from morning till night. How could you say such a thing to such a husband?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to blame you. But you've been going out drinking more lately, haven't you? So I thought maybe the company had turned around. If we've got a little room to breathe, I want you to put some money into living expenses. I'm paying all the living expenses and it's getting tough.
I always say that drinking parties are part of the job. Rebuilding the company will take more time. If you're a wife, you should be able to handle the household finances on your own during that time.
Of course, I want to support the household too. But we're so tight that I'm starting to lose my mental leeway. Can't we stop sending money to your parents for now?
What did you say?
You're sending $1,500 a month to your parents now, aren't you? Can't we stop that for a while? Then we'd have a little more leeway in the household budget and we could even buy famous sweets when we visit your parents' home.
Don't joke with me. If I did that, my family would find out that my company is in a crisis.
Let them find out. And about the $1,500 monthly remittance, it's not like we're doing it because your parents' finances are tough. It was something you started out of pride, wasn't it?
Pride, you say?
Because that's not it. The moment your company took off, you suddenly started showing off, thinking it's filial piety. You decided on your own to send as much as $1,500 a month without hesitation.
What's wrong with honoring your parents who took care of your children? Moreover, when we started our business, we got some investment from our parents. I'm sending them money as a way to repay that debt. Don't brush it off with such words as vanity.
I think it's wonderful to be filial when you can, but our household doesn't have that luxury now, do they? Even though you continue to send money, putting your wife through hardships, you're probably just embarrassed to stop something you've started.
Shut up. Don't you understand a man's pride? Stopping remittances because the company is in trouble. I'll never do such a lame thing.
What on earth?
And, according to my parents, it seems that our remittance is being used for my sister's tuition. She's been working hard, studying abroad, and doing internships here and there. Because it costs a lot of money, they're using our remittance. It's not like they're wasting the money by saving it, so what's wrong with that?
I'm glad they're using it carefully, but if that's the case, couldn't we at least reduce the remittance? I'd like Gianna to do a little part-time job or something.
Gianna is immersed in her studies right now. I couldn't possibly make such a hard-working sister work part-time. Just shut up and listen to what your husband has to say. Eventually, the company will settle down, and until then, you just need to hang in there.
Hey, Gianna. What's this envelope about? When I looked inside, I found a divorce paper. Oh, it's already arrived. Then go ahead and sign that divorce paper. And once you've submitted it to the city office, leave my brother's house. Wait, what? What do you mean by get out? Do you not understand unless I say it clearly? You were not fit to be my brother's wife. That's why I want you to get a divorce and leave as soon as possible. What? I've always thought that you were not suitable since the beginning of your marriage. I couldn't believe that the wife of my respected brother is from the country. And I was convinced when you came to our house the other day. Someone who brings homemade sweets with a straight face is a poor person. I knew then that you were not suitable to be my brother's wife.
So that's why you sent a divorce paper?
Because no matter who looks at it, you're holding my brother back, aren't you?
What?
My brother has always been outstanding. Since such a brother is running a business, I think it's not strange if the company grows even bigger. But somehow, the speed of growth has recently stopped. Surely your low presence as a wife is the reason his company's growth has halted.
Excuse me?
Because they say a married couple is a mirror. Surely if you, the wife, were more beautiful, sociable, and a wonderful wife with common sense, the company would have grown larger. The reason why his company isn't growing is, of course, because you, the wife, are holding him back.
That can't be.
So please hurry up and get lost by divorcing. Oh, don't worry about him. He already has the next bride candidate.
The next bride candidate? What on earth does that mean?
Heh. Actually, when I went home the other day, I secretly introduced him to one of my friends. She's more beautiful, intelligent, and younger than you.
What did you say?
And guess what? They've happily started dating. I just got a report from my friend a while ago. He's unexpectedly quick, my brother.
Wait a minute. This can't be. Introducing a girl to your brother. Moreover, Lincoln dating the girl introduced is planned.
That's all possible. He's probably tired of an incompetent wife like you. So please get divorced as soon as possible. I've prepared a new wife for my brother. We don't need an incompetent wife who's a burden.
Then there'll be no more remittance from next month.
What?
I've been sending all the $1,500 remittance every month, actually. I heard it's all used for your tuition and entrance fees, Gianna. From now on, you'll have to arrange it yourself. If I get a divorce, it's none of my business anymore.
Hey, wait a minute. What are you talking about all of a sudden? All the monthly remittances were done by my brother. He sent it to our family home as a way to honor his parents. Why is the wife, you, paying it?
It's because your brother's company is facing a bankruptcy crisis.
What? Bankruptcy crisis?
Actually, the companies he's running hasn't been doing well recently. You, who knows nothing, were saying that the company's growth has stopped. It's not just growth, it's already facing a bankruptcy crisis. Sales are low and the deficit is increasing.
We didn't have the money to remit to your family home. That's a lie! There's no way! There's no way my brother's company is facing a bankruptcy crisis. My brother is going on a super luxury date with my friend. Really? Didn't I tell you that my friend and my brother started dating? I've heard all sorts of admiration from my friend already. All the restaurants he takes her to are high-end ones. And he also gives her brand gifts every time they date. She said he's a super great boyfriend. Designer brands in high-end stores. Where on earth do you find such luxury? He's relying on me, his wife, for all of her living expenses, and even to support his family. Don't think I believe you've been sending money back home, and the fact that his company is on the verge of bankruptcy. Don't start making up stories out of spite because you're about to be divorced. If you have time for such nonsense, sign the divorce papers for goodness sake.
I heard the story from Gianna. Seems she sent you divorce papers, huh? There were signs that she didn't like you, but I never thought it would go this far.
I heard quite a bit from Gianna as well. Seems you've started dating a girl she introduced you, while having a wife who provides for living expenses and family support. How can you commit such a low betrayal?
Man, when I finally reached out to her, she was so incredibly cute and wonderful. Any man would date her, even if he has a wife.
Don't be ridiculous. I've been putting all my salary into the house and cutting back on various things. And yet, you're cheating on me while the company is having a hard time. Dates at high-end restaurants, gifts of designer brands. What on earth are you doing without such luxury?
How I spend my money is my business. Don't stick your nose in, wife.
That's enough. I'm getting a divorce. I'm tired of supporting you and of sending money to your family in your place. It all seems ridiculous now.
Glad you brought up divorce. To be honest, I can see a light at the end of the tunnel for my company's recovery. I'm going to work hard on my company with my new wife after divorcing you.
Just in time for the company's recovery. You've actually been successful in turning the company around for a long time, haven't you? That's why the number of drinking parties increased. You had the leisure in both your heart and money, so you started cheating.
Who cares about that? You're getting a divorce from me anyway.
Oh, is that so? Well then, I won't hesitate to demand compensation. Since you seem to have plenty of money, I can expect a division of property. As a wife, I will take half of it. And I might as well add some compensation and take about 3/4 of it.
What? How greedy are you? There's no way a wife can get that much.
This is not just about infidelity. I can't believe your sister-in-law is also involved. How much mental pain do you think I've been through? If I ask a good lawyer, I should be able to get that much.
A good lawyer, huh? It costs a lot to hire a lawyer like that. Besides, they're too busy. They won't take a request from a country bumpkin like you.
That's fine. I have a plan. The wife of one of your company's client told me. I think she has a relative who is a lawyer and is very good. So she said to call her if anything happens.
What? The wife of my client?
As a wife who also supports a company owner, I've been getting to know a few of the wives of your clients. You're always engrossed in management. You probably don't know about such things. So I'll take your offer and consult a lawyer.
Hey, wait a minute. If we do that, word of our divorce will spread, won't it? And then surely extra stories will spread too. It's no joke to consult the wife of a business partner.
Oh, what's the unnecessary talk? And who is it unnecessary for, I wonder? I don't have any unnecessary stories, you know.
What?
Well then, I'll go and submit the divorce papers after you've signed them. Thank you for everything until now. Please be happy with your next potential wife. You were quite a sly woman, weren't you? To think you'd take more than half of my brother's assets just because of a divorce. I just claimed my rightful share. It was your brother who let me take more than half of his assets. If you have a problem, tell it to your embarrassing brother. Don't get carried away just because you've come into a large sum of money. The amount you took from me is just a drop in the bucket for my brother. My brother can make it back in no time. Is that so? I was startled when I heard from my brother that he was really on the verge of bankruptcy. But he had already overcome the crisis, just like my brother. He said he was about to get back on track too. Then he's going to register his marriage with my friend right away. Oh, really? You're continuing to date steadily, aren't you? Plus, my tuition and study abroad expenses. Even if my brother doesn't pay, I have a wealthy family. Even if you're gone, there's no effect on our house. What? Haha, it's embarrassing to say you won't send money anymore. In my family, we have parents who run a company and a competent brother who overcame a bankruptcy crisis. There's no problem even if you disappear. Oh, Gianna, you still don't know. Despite the fact that you bragged about family's company is going to bankrupt this year. What? And Lincoln's company is about to get back on track. But it's not on track yet, so you shouldn't let your guard down. From what I've heard, a series of business partners are withdrawing. You should be happy only when you're sure you're back on track. What? What? Hey, what are you talking about? Don't say such arbitrary things. When did I ever say such arbitrary things? I always tell the truth. That's why I was sending $1,500 a month. What? Actually, I once consulted with your parents about remittances. Without revealing the management situation of Lincoln's company, I secretly consulted him about whether it would be difficult to send $1,500 a month. I asked if I could stop or reduce it. Then I was asked by your parents. They said, our household budget is getting tight too, so we need you to work hard. What did you say? When I heard the details, they said that the management was suspicious due to the recession, so they're going to close down the company this year. But that leaves your self-employed parents with no income. It seems all they have left is their retirement savings. They expressed their worries and asked me to continue sending money. No, that's a lie! I haven't heard anything about our family business going under. There's no sign of that at all. Yeah, right? They claim they're closing the company, but they're still spending money like there's no tomorrow. Their retirement savings will likely run out in no time, probably because they think they can rely on their son's company. That's right, my brother's company. Just now you mentioned something disturbing about a business partner withdrawing. Don't tell me that's true. It's just a rumor, you know. I'm not his wife anymore, so I don't know the truth. All I know is the information from the wife of one of his business partners. It's not an entirely reliable source. Why on earth are his business partners withdrawing all of a sudden? My brother finally managed to turn his company around. He's about to get married to my friend soon, and now we're back to the brink of bankruptcy. We all have to help each other out and work hard. You're supposed to graduate from college in just 1 year. We can all manage to come up with that amount of tuition. And when you graduate, please help everyone out as a sign of filial piety. No, that's impossible. I'm going to have to repeat a year. I still have 2 years until graduation, and my parents' business is going bankrupt. And my brother's company is also at risk of bankruptcy. I can't handle it. What? You're repeating a year? Because I've been focusing on studying abroad and internships. I hardly ever attend university classes. I thought they would take that into consideration, but the professor is strict and won't give me any credits. Well, if you don't attend classes, you normally won't receive credit. Can I really graduate from university? I barely earned any credits in my first and second years. Even if I work hard, it will take at least 2 more years. Maybe even longer to graduate. Don't ask me, we're not family anymore. I don't know anything anymore. You guys need to work hard on your own. It seems that your parents' company has indeed gone bankrupt. They managed to close it down without any debts, but due to their spending habits, they only had a few tens of thousands of dollars left in savings. And Lincoln's company also started to have its contracts cut by its business partners, facing the risk of bankruptcy once again. Suddenly, he lost contact with his girlfriend, and he had no means to cover Gianna's tuition or study abroad expenses, so I hear Gianna had to start working part-time for the first time in her life. However, at university, she was always boasting, "I'm a president's daughter, and my brother is also a businessman." And after her university friends saw her working part-time, she stopped going to university and started to shut herself in every day.